Hello Internet, we're back with more Cataclysm. I'll be right up front. A couple things have changed. Number one, you may notice everything is a bit larger. Our menu, or log rather, is a bit larger, or a bit smaller in space, and the text itself is larger. Early in the series, I had decided to upscale pretty much everything on my computer. You can do that on Windows. You can upscale as many programs as are capable of doing so. And somewhere along the way, I had reverted to my original smaller screen. So I did re-up that. Hopefully that helps with some of the people who are on mobile. You will notice we can view less space around us. We'll have to zoom out if we really need to see any kind of distance. The other thing I did was change my font. I saw Vormithrax had a video explaining what font he uses and why, and how it's more legible for streaming purposes. So I've gone ahead and used that particular font. It is a bit off-putting to me personally. I don't like it very much, but I think that it will increase visibility. I do think it's a lot easier to read than it used to be. Why is our mini-map black? What's going on with our mini-map? I don't know what this is about. Okay. So lines of sight appear to be broken. That's unfortunate. We saw a technician somewhere. Up here. Okay, we see two technicians. Our weapon is made of metal, so that would not be a great fight for us. We don't have anything non-metal on us to beat them to death with. We were in the middle of exploring. We fought a horde. That's right, we found a fire truck. Did we loot all of the gear? We did. Why? Okay, 72.64. Another thing I did was update to a different sound pack, which is the Coag sound pack. And I did this because it said it had music, but now that I'm playing, there seems to be no music, so I'm not sure what that's about. Where exactly are we? I know we wanted to loot in here. Dojo doesn't interest me. The restaurant does. There's a house. Is there a back door here? What is this thing? Restaurant downspout. Okay. Oh, there's a tough zombie. I also, a lot of quality of life stuff this week. That sounds exactly the same as the chest hole sound pack. So I'm not sure if maybe I loaded the wrong sound pack. We'll have a look at that in between games. Another thing that I did, if this is a brainless over here, I manually updated my tile set, so now the brainless listener and all those zombies that previously were just ASCII lettering are now actual tiles. I don't love the tiles that have been used for the sprites that have been used for these zombies, but I, appreciate that someone is putting in the work. So beggars and choosers and all that stuff. A lot of zombies around. I probably should be more cautious than I am. Honestly, oh, we're still running. And that's it. Way louder than it usually is. I don't know if that's a product of the sound pack. Let me turn this down, because I literally just deafened by my heartbeat. Why don't we kill a few zombies? It's hard to be concerned about regular zombies these days. That feral guy will rip our clothes, but no. Smash, smash. Nothing good on him or her. Nothing really on them. Just kill some zombies. Clear out a little bit, because we want to move up. There's a shotgun. I would rather have shotgun ammo, to be honest, because I already have a shotgun I'm pretty happy with. I want to go in this restaurant. Unfortunately, there's quite a few zombies up there, and it's pretty close to where that open sewer is, which means there would be a lot of electric zombies and things. Maybe we don't go in the restaurant. Maybe we just come down here and loot some houses. You know what? There's a grocery store back there. Why don't we go check that out? Still running. Please don't crouch. Please walk. Thought this was the grocery store. Apparently not. This one is the grocery store. Okay. Why don't we... Anything down here? Yeah. How many, though? Just a couple. Another one of you. Gold watch will take. So I had quite the exciting weekend. This is the first time I've really done anything in my life for in recent memory. I've such a boring life. I actually went to the Magic pre-release. War of the Spark has just come out. It's a if you know anything about Magic the Gathering, it's the end set for the kind of Guilds of Ravnica, Allegiance, whatever. And it's all culminating with these huge battles, and they put a Planeswalker, which is the most powerful kind of card in the game. They put one in every single pack. So I thought, this would be fun. It'd be a good place to kind of start collecting, a little bit of real life cards. I play online sometimes. I just don't have money, so I generally only play really, kind of cheap, janky stuff. Like Magic Arena, you don't need to pay to play. It's just if you want to play limited, you have to pay. And I can't afford that, so... And of course, if you don't know Magic the Gathering, this is just all gibberish to you. But the gist of it is, I went to my first ever pre-release, which is something they do every time new cards come out. And I played sealed, which means I got 6 packs of cards and a promo card, and then I built a deck out of that, and then I played a bunch of other people, and then winners get prizes, extra packs of cards. So I went. It was my first pre-release. I was really worried people would be like super good and super mean, and wouldn't want a stranger coming into there, where they probably go every week to play. And I thought it would be really, really uncomfortable for me. And so I went because I need to get out more, and I thought it would be good for me. And because I love Magic the Gathering. See some cherries. How long do cherries last? 3 days. Yeah, we'll eat them. Pretty good calories on those. I guess they have a high sugar content. We'll just drop everything. So I went, and I thought it would be a lot of fun. I thought it would be, an opportunity for me to kind of make friends and do something new that I haven't really done before. And honestly, it was just okay. It was, I guess it was enjoyable, but it just wasn't that fun. It was like, I went, I expected there to be stiff competition. Now, I don't play in paper, but I play online, and I'm actually pretty okay. So I thought, I'm going to go, and it's going to be full of like really pro players who kind of, maybe they try, because I went to like the nearest big city. I drove like 45 minutes to a very large city in order to... Is that music? That's the scary music that says, hey, you're surrounded. Except it's just a few zombies and a crawling zombie, which are not dangerous at all. So unless I'm missing something, there's really no need for that music. Take the leather backpack. We can clean that if we... we're never going to run out. I don't think we're going to run out of military rucksacks. Hard arm guards are getting in worse and worse shape. We're going to have to do something about that. What are they made of? Neoprene, which we don't have. We also haven't seen anything that could be used as neoprene. Maybe we'll have to keep an eye out for Like if we find, I mean, I don't know why anyone would be wearing a wetsuit, but if we find anyone wearing a wetsuit or anything. So I thought it would be, really good players. I thought it would scratch that itch for me of like competition. Because like, I'm not a super competitive guy, but please pick up the items. Long string. I'm not super competitive, but I am a gamer. And don't let any gamer tell you otherwise. At the end of the day, we want to feel like we're better than other people at video games. So Magic kind of falls in that same sort of category where... No. Tablets, yes. Unload this. We don't need rubber gloves. So I kind of went to get some competition and to win. I wanted to win, of course. So I went, and my first game... so you play 3 games, or you play against 3 people in a best 2 of 3 setting. First game was just kind of against a nondescript, like 20-something guy, little on the chubby side, little quiet, didn't really have much to say or do. Didn't really... I mean, I just beat him, like, badly beat him immediately. Apparently these all came out to see me. I don't know where... Are these the ones we saw up there that it gave us that music? Heartbeat is so loud. I thought I changed the music and audio pack, but I guess I didn't. Oh, explored. We're never going to look at that. I think we looked at all of these houses. We definitely looked at these. We checked out the grocery store. Why don't we check out the duplex? And I beat him really quickly and easily, and it wasn't very fun because I had an answer for everything that he tried to do. I happened to have all the cards I needed. I had built my deck, which I thought was pretty bad, but once I kind of saw other people's decks, I realized that like I had built a really good deck. I played Rakdos, for those of you who know Magic. And then I moved on to the next match, which was against this like tiny little Asian girl. Who she was there with her boyfriend. So the only reason I mentioned that she was Asian is because she seemed to struggle with English a little bit. So it was a little hard to play with her because she was... one, I tend to mumble, and she seemed to have a hard time understanding me, and then when she would talk, I kind of had a hard time understanding her, and it was like just a lot of us saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, what? Like, could you repeat that, please?" Which is not very fun because it takes away from the action of what you're doing. But we played, and she showed up. She had her own custom play mat. She had custom card sleeves, and I thought, like, man, this girl is gonna she's gonna trounce me because she has all these specialty items that you only really would bring with you if you play a lot of card games and you kind of special ordered from the online or whatever. And then we started playing, and she was like, "What does flying do?" And I was like, "Oh man, that's been in the game for 20 plus years. If you don't know what flying does, I'm probably gonna beat you a lot." And so, yeah, same kind of thing happened where, although I thought it was going to be like a real challenging kind of experience, it turned out that I beat her really badly. And it wasn't very fun to just beat someone who, kind of maybe doesn't know what they're doing. That's not my idea of fun. I would rather play someone who actually kind of knows, who can challenge. You want to be challenged. Nobody wants to be fed a win for free. It's not very satisfying. And then I played a young boy who, again, I thought was going to be a shark because he had like signed playmats and all kinds of cool stuff that he brought with him. And then we sat down to play, and like the deck he had built was like friggin' terrible. Like he had tried to force too many colors, and it hadn't worked out in his favor. He was constantly mana screwed. He had like I don't know if you know about Magic or not, but like he had all these high cost multicolored cards that he never even came close to being able to cast. So again, I just beat him like really badly, and he started getting frustrated partway through. I could tell, he started to be a little clipped with his words, a little aggressive even. And since when did they put condoms in the game? Take those, I guess. You never know when that might be relevant. Never know when you'll come across a lovely survivor that wants to get down. So, yeah, so I beat everyone I played, and in matches of best 2 or 3, that meant that I beat them the first 2 matches, so I never got to play, or first 2 rounds, or game, or whatever it's called, and then the third game we never played because I had already won 2. So basically, honestly, every time we would change to the next game, or the next match, I would go over and be excited to play, and then we'd play for like 10 minutes, and I would beat them really fast and easily, and then I would just sit around for like 20 minutes and wait for everyone else to finish their games, and it was not fun at all for me to just sit there with a bunch of strangers who nobody talked to me. Everybody was very cliquey. They all seemed to know each other. No one talked to me. I thought if I went, I would maybe, make some friends, or at least have someone to kind of talk to about the game and be excited. Like, oh man, oops, shouldn't have smashed that. Like, oh man, a planeswalker in every pack, how exciting is that? I wanted people to talk to and to play a game with, and I ended up kind of sitting by myself for most of the time I was there. And then that was it. I won. I tied for I went 3-0, which is the best you can do. And then I had to leave, so I don't know if I technically came in second because I had to leave, and that way I conceded to the guy I was tied with, or like would they normally have made us play an extra game to see who the real winner was? I don't really know how that works. This is the first time I went to pre-release, but I certainly did well, and they gave me 4 packs for winning. 4 packs of extra cards for winning. I didn't even open them because it's like I don't have friends to play with, and I probably am not going to go back because they were not very accommodating. They were not very inviting. So I didn't have that much fun, so I don't know if I want to go back to a place where people kind of ignored me, and it just bummed me out. I was really kind of excited to go, excited and nervous because I have social issues and I was worried about going, but I was also kind of excited to go, and then I went and it was a real letdown. Just in general, it was a pretty big letdown. None of these buildings excite me. Well, we could go check out the restaurant now that it's dark. You're a runner. Nothing. Yeah, let's go check. What bites my left arm? They broke my shopping cart. I just got this thing. Yes. What is going on over here? It's a brainless. Am I running? I was. Smash. I guess we'll take the Cirque Saw. We have so many permanent markers, and I don't think I've ever seen anything done with them. I know in another military rucksack, I know in NetHack you can write scrolls and stuff with them. Obviously that's not going to carry over to Cataclysm. Anything we can unload? No. So the casters are broken, which means the wheels are busted. In fact, they're just gone, which is the whole point. Where'd all my items go? Where are all the items that were in this? Where are the items that were in this cart? It said 0. Did I grab the wrong cart? Oh, I did. Okay. Wow. That scared me there. Well, good. So our cart wasn't destroyed and we didn't lose all the items. I thought it had bugged out and dropped everything without actually telling me. Well, we want to drop all this crap, but we also want to eat some of the fruit we picked. Light battery cell, high capacity. Well, that's different. We'll have to learn what that's all about. Dump this stuff. Pretty heavy stuff we don't want to carry with us. And we'll pick up the... oh, this menu. I think we had cherries. No cherries. We had peaches. Eat the peaches. And we'll pick these. More peaches. Yeah, it just wasn't very fun. I was a little disappointed. I didn't realize you only play 3 games. Like, don't get me wrong, that took like 3 hours. You know, you build your deck. Everybody opens their packs. You build a deck. You you get paired up. You have to wait for everyone to finish building their deck. You get paired up for the first match. You sit down and you play. Then you have to wait for everyone else to finish their match, and then you rotten pancakes. Not what I was looking for exactly. Then you wait for everyone to finish their game, and then you go play your next match, and then you wait for everyone to finish their game, and it just took forever. Whereas if I did the same thing on the computer, for instance, it would have costed me like half as much. I would have been able to play at my leisure. Like, I could build my deck, play one game, come back 3 days later, play another game. Like, you know what I mean? There's no time press on it. You don't have to do everything at once. This is a dojo, and I don't care at all about any of this crap. Never going to use unarmed. I don't care about the clothing. This is just not worth it to be here. Protective mouthpiece, close to the skin. Yeah, I don't care about this. I don't want to gee. Yeah, I don't care about any of this. We're just gonna leave. Okay, so we've explored this. We've explored the restaurant. Did we look at the house on the corner? I don't think we did. No. Why don't we go in here? So I don't know if I'm going to go back. I might go for Friday Night Magic sometime. Just to, I've never drafted in person, which is a different, it's the same cards, but it's a different game type. So I might go check that out. Just to see if maybe I like that more than I think I would. Fat zombie. Okay. But, yeah, nobody talked to me, and I don't know. I just thought, I don't know, I thought they were nerds. I thought they were my people, you know, like, and I got there, and, like, a bunch of them were in high school, which is weird, because, like, I'm, like, 30. I don't want to talk to high schoolers, you know. And, there was a transgender girl there who, you know, thought that was my, well, it doesn't matter, but she was wearing like a t-shirt that was like in your face about being trans. Like here's the thing, I don't care if you're gay or straight or transgender or if you're, male or female. I really don't care about that. I just don't want you to rub my face in it. Like, if you're gay, I don't care that you're gay. That's none of my business. Enjoy yourself. Do what you do. Whoever you're attracted to, you're attracted to. But then I meet guys who are like talking about handing out BJs and stuff, and it's like, dude, that's like super inappropriate. It's none of my business what you do, and two, it's like a graphic explanation of sex. It's so not acceptable to talk like that. I don't care. It's not about you being gay. It's about you being in my face about your sexuality. Just like when I meet straight guys who are like, oh yeah, and they just won't shut up. Like, oh, I banged her. Oh, I did this. I did that. That's disgusting. Don't be that person. And so I went, and there was a transgender girl there, and she like, that thing like you see in movies or TV where like somebody says something, and then somebody goes on this really long-winded speech about how it's like bigotry and unacceptable behavior, and like, we don't do that, we're better than that, etc., etc. Yeah, she did that. She was like, she gave a huge speech about how she's not being accepted because she's transgender, and like people were treating her, like not in an acceptable way, and they weren't. Like, I was right there. They were just like, they just said, like, I don't remember what they said, but it was literally like, hey, how are you today? And she like lost it and was giving a speech about how like, oh, just because I'm transgender, oh, blah blah blah. And it's like, I think they were just trying to, ask you how you were. I don't think they meant anything. They were like just they were literally treating you the exact same way they would treat every other human being. They weren't persecuting you in any way, and your hypersensitivity to it is ultimately, yep, just drive into a column because I'm a pro. Your hypersensitivity to things like that ultimately is something that will just aggravate people and make your message way less meaningful, because people will write you off as that person. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Like, I don't have a problem with transgender people. I didn't treat her any differently than I would have treated anyone else. But she really threw a fit about it, and it kind of made me roll my eyes and be like, oh, okay, you're way too sensitive to something where, like, I understand they're a historically persecuted group. She probably has had bad experiences, but that doesn't mean that everyone is going to treat you badly, and you shouldn't treat them like they've treated you badly when they've been nothing but polite and, like, conversational. Anyway, I've ranted for quite a long time, and I'm pretty sure we're way past time, so we're going to save there. Obviously, we did a lot of looting in this episode. I'm going to take a look at these sound packs in between games here, because this sound pack is exactly the same as the chest hole, and I was promised that this would have music. So, be back in the next episode. For now, thanks for watching, and I don't know what we'll do in the next one, but we will do something, and I hope you come back for the next one. Alright, thanks for watching.